These two played in the same group. They drew 1-1 in 2012. Both went on to contest the final. Spain won it 4-0 on that occasion. Here's Fabian Ruiz, who scored a great goal in the first game against Croatia, solo goal. Nico Williams, one of those wingers helping to make it a different style, and a tremendous save by Donnarumma. What an opportunity early on.
We see early on, Ian, we see early on what Spain want to do. Get the ball wide. They got it wide to the right. Yamal, touch back inside, out to the left. Nico Williams going to run at Di Lorenzo all day. Puts in a fantastic cross, and what a save from Donnarumma.
Young Pedri on the end of it. He has been among the goals since returning from injury. Fast start by the Spaniards. And Donnarumma, who was voted player of the tournament after that night of glory for Italy at Wembley 3 years ago, called into action very early on. Italy, change of outfit for them today, all white, not the usual azuri blue. Here's Rodri, felt by many people to be the best player in his position in the world, now the Manchester City man. Certainly Pep Guardiola, his manager at City, thinks so. He might be biased.
Yeah, he better say that.
There's Laporte, who used to be with Manchester City, Cucurella, Nico Williams again much involved. Great run here from Nico Williams. Nearly slalomed his way through the Italian defence, who are being stretched early here. Here's Lamine Yamal, the 16-year-old wonder boy. Pedri, robbed by Calafiore. Rodri to spread the play again. We've seen Spain so often at big tournaments in recent times trying to inflict death by 1,000 passes to the opposition, but it hasn't worked, especially at the World Cup a couple of times. But these wingers are changing the face of the team. Barella, lovely goal he scored the other day with the outside of his foot.
Not a whole lot in Escamaca, smart to fall down and relieve the pressure, but you're seeing early, so you see Nico Williams touch it through Bastoni's legs there. They are so different now with these two on the wings. They can break pressure by themselves, create chances by themselves, much different than the Spain of the last 10 or 15 years.
Nearly conceded an early goal again, didn't they? Conceding one after 23 seconds against Albania, the quickest goal in European Championship history. Came back to win, though. 2 in 3 minutes. To Donnarumma. Di Lorenzo is a fixture in that right-back position. Cortesi's made a run, but he doesn't get beyond Cucurella. This is an early preview, Landon, of what we're going to see later on in the competition as the big teams clash against each other. So this is a bit of an early treat here.
Yeah, we're spoiled early on, and again tomorrow, Netherlands, France, another great match. Again, the beauty of the European Championships is you can get matches like this in the first round.
Barella looking to thread it through, but against Spain, prevent Italy building up from the back. Pedri, and so many injury problems. The artistic young midfield player. The referee, by the way, Slavko Vincic, was the man who handled the Champions League final this year, won again by Real Madrid. It's Luciano Spalletti, who quite likes the mind games and the psychology of it all. I noticed he went public saying, well, they've got better players than us.
He's actually not wrong, I think, but I don't know if you say that to your team unless you've told your team beforehand, listen, don't listen to anything I say publicly. Another look at that chance from Pedri. But unless you tell your team, don't listen to anything I say, I'm going to say some things that you don't want to hear necessarily. But playing a little mind games, but it looks early on here that he's right. Spain has been the better team, certainly in the first 7 minutes.
But it's going to be what happens the other 83, isn't it? Decides this here. But they're both pretty handily placed the way the competition is set up. That's Pellegrini getting some treatment, the Roma player. Important player for this Italian side. But half the outfield players, or half the players in the team anyway, roughly half, were on duty that night alongside Giorgio Chiellini, who's working with us at these European Championships at Wembley, when Leonardo Bonucci got that important goal for them and then gave that cheeky interview afterwards saying, football's coming, Rome. Which I've got to admit, even the English journalists found funny.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Maybe not the English fans, though. Laporte winning the header, called into the side today because Nacho of Real Madrid has a muscular problem. Here's Fratesi. Cucurella just leaving a foot in there, and there will be a free kick to Italy for that.
Fratesi did really well to get out of the pressure between Cucurella and Nico Williams.
How big a game is it? Well, these two have won 3 of the last 4 European Championships. Is Bastoni also on the score sheet the other day? 2 Inter players getting the goals. No much doubt about it. Laporte on Fratesi.
Yeah, maybe a little lucky not to get booked there. It's interesting already. We've seen Italy are building in a back 3. They defend in a back 4. But this left side of the Italian attack
is Scamacca. Can't find Fratesi with the cheeky back heel. And Rodri's there to mop up. And buys a free kick. He was looking for it. He got it.
The left side of the Italian attack, as you see the little flicked header there. Di Marco going really high up the field, and I'm curious to see as the game wears on how that affects Lamine Yamal. 16 years old, can he understand when he needs to help out Carvajal? But early on, they've told him, go press the left center back, Calafiori. It'll be interesting. Spain have been very happy to go press high early.
Pedri. Looks like they've got him really fully fit again. Morata's ball in! Oh, Nico Williams can't direct his header into the net. It looked a formality.
What a chance this is for Nico Williams. He's going to have nightmares about this, Ian. Right on his head. Looked like he was just trying to guide it instead of head it. Anywhere you head it, it's probably going in if it hits the target. And he just got a little too cute with it. Another big chance missed by Spain.
Well, he's beating himself up about that, the Athletic Club winger. Di Marco spreading the play to Correa. He had to travel a long way, a bit too far as it turned out. He's Fabian Ruiz of Paris Saint-Germain. Williams again. Despite the miss, he has been terrorizing that defense early on. Big talent. His brother Iñaki plays for Ghana. Much older brother, 9 years older. Is Laporte. And now Lenormand, one of 4 Real Sociedad players in the Spanish squad this year. Laporte nearly caught out by Scamacca, then he goes down a tad theatrically.
I'm impressed by both teams' willingness to press the ball high and get after the ball. It's made the game very good. And here's another look at that Nico Williams chance, just trying to guide it in instead of just heading it down onto the goal frame.
Nearly a sitter. And you get Team USA starts their Copa America campaign against Bolivia this Sunday. And Sunday coverage starting at 5 p.m. Eastern on Fox. It will be a fascinating tournament to see how the US fare. Here's Morata. Wondered if we'd see him today when he came off the other day. Looked a little rueful, but he's here. Rodri. And they're giving the ball to Williams at every possible opportunity. Taking on Di Lorenzo again. Chiesa's come back to try and help out. Cucurella, the Chelsea man. Nicely done. Barella to Di Marco. Looking to slide one maybe in behind. Didn't quite work out. Lenormand was able to cut that out. Landon, any suggestion that they'd come to a little cosy 1-1 draw here to both move on to 4 points? I think you can throw that out the window.
Right out the window. Again, I think a lot of the Italian attack will come down their left side, as you saw there.
Scamacca! Well, that was a big chance. Well, the flag does go up, so it probably wouldn't have counted. But he made a mess of that, really, because it looked relatively simple just to lift that over the goalkeeper, who'd come out. Speaking to some of the Italian journalists a little early on, they said that Luciano Spalletti, the coach, felt pretty bullish about this game.
Why don't you ask him now?
Let's see.
Still early, but Spain looked very good so far.
Williams again. It's a shuddering collision. Payon says Pedri to play for Morata. Yeah, they're going to have to pull the play back because Giovanni Di Lorenzo took a rather nasty blow there. Hope that's not another broken nose, like the Mbappe one. Donnarumma, this is a problem, isn't it? If you're the captain and you're the goalkeeper...
Yeah, he got booked, didn't he?
Well, the captain's allowed to have a conversation. I don't know what he said, though. Maybe he said something out of line. In any event, he's got a yellow.
They're saying the same thing there. They're saying he's the captain. I wonder, he must have said something. That is definitely consequential here.
A little confusing as well, because that is a problem if you're the goalkeeper and captain, isn't it, under the new guidelines?
Yeah, we'll have to get clarity on that.
Not that there needs to be a federal debate about every decision, of course. High press going on here from Spain. Such a different Spain to the one we've been used to seeing. But Italy will fancy they can catch them on the counter. Fratesi, scorer of useful goals. Watch him make late runs into the penalty area. Di Lorenzo's okay. It's not a good ball, though. There's Morata again, who makes a habit of scoring in group games. He got one in the first game here. He scored in all 3 group games at the World Cup. Jorginho. Looking to get Scamacca in behind. Scamacca had found a nice little gap between the two central defenders. Rodri again. Carvajal turned up late in the penalty area to score. He created more chances than any other player in the Spain team in the qualifying campaign. Laporte. Here's Yamal. It's really outrageous what he's done at such a young age. He'll be 17 on the eve of the final. Will Spain be in it? They might. Carvajal. Lamine Yamal again, little party trick. Crowd like that, or some of them anyway, the ones wearing red. Laporte. Cucurella to Alvaro Morata. Is hustled out of it by Calafiore, who is a little disbelieving that he's the victim of that free kick.
Yeah, I think Di Lorenzo caught Cucurella late there. The ref rightfully played some advantage and then blew it back.
To Laporte. I think one explanation for the yellow card for Donnarumma is that Italy probably nominated another outfield player to do the talking.
Oh, right.
And so Donnarumma couldn't join in and make it too. So I think we've made some kind of sense of that.
We're still learning here.
Yeah, I think we all are.
Yeah.
It's good news, I think, for Spain. They've got Pedri fit and firing again. He's missed so many football matches. 75 he's missed in the last 3 seasons. So talented, though. Sees passes that others perhaps don't see. Dani Carvajal. Here is Pedri again. Fabian Ruiz. Across to Rodri. It's a good-looking midfield Spain have got. They've had 1 or 2 pretty good midfields, haven't they? Miss Williams again. This time, Jorginho managed to get a foot in importantly. But this is a problem that Italy will have to solve.
And it's that man, Nico Williams, again, just terrorizing Di Lorenzo. Bastoni comes over this time, or makes a good play. Not Bastoni, sorry. Jorginho comes over and makes a good play. But what Spain have effectively done, Ian, is with Yamal and Nico Williams, they're pinning the back four. Morata can play wherever he wants. The entire midfield has freedom to go wherever they want for Spain. And it pulls Jorginho all the way back onto the back line at times and gives them so much space underneath. And then when they do eventually get it wide, it's impossible to defend those two 1v1.
Calafiore. Pellegrini wide to Di Marco. Danger here. And for all the pressure, Spain know that they could be caught out in breaks like that from the Italians. Particularly once Di Marco gets the ball on that left-hand side. And sometimes invent crosses from seemingly impossible angles.
And again, as I talked about, because Yamal is on this side, he's pushing higher, defending Calafiore when they're pressing. But that makes one of the central midfielders have to come all the way out on this side when Italy break out. That's why they're getting so much space and time with Di Marco over here.
Here's Pellegrini. Back to Bastoni. He was really out of the Italian central casting school of defenders, and they've had so many great ones down the years. But a lot to enjoy already, Landon.
It's been fantastic. Really, really enjoyable to watch. Two very different styles. Just world-class players all over the field. Spain a little unlucky at the moment not to be ahead.
And both of these countries will expect to be here until mid-July, when the final will be contested in Berlin. There's a lot of football to be played between now and then, though. A lot of drama as well. Laporte getting the better of Scamacca, who you might remember had that little spell in England with West Ham United, which didn't really work out for him. He did get 8 goals in 10 matches in April to catch the attention of the Italian coach. Playing with Atalanta now. Club that won a European trophy, of course, just a few weeks ago. The club that stopped Bayer Leverkusen completing a completely unbeaten season. Pedri to pick it up again. And this is a Spanish midfield as well, without Gavi, another brilliant youngster who's been out with an ACL injury all season. And they don't have yet another super young player. The left back, Alejandro Balde of Barcelona, is sadly unavailable. This man is Lamine Yamal. Look at this. What a run from him. Morata, can he finish this? Difficult angle. Donnarumma's there again. Great stuff from Spain, though. And look how tigerishly they've won that ball back.
Fantastic from Cucurella.
I'm sure Luis de la Fuente is thinking we should be ahead here. They're not, though. Rodri again, heartbeat of the team. Big job for Barella, outstanding midfield player from Inter in that midfield. Given away by Italy. Fabian Ruiz from a long way out. Oh, what an effort that was. Not sure. Yeah, I think he did. Donnarumma got something on that. If so, fantastic.
And he's not happy that Italy, as they transition, lose the ball, leaving Fabian Ruiz after the header from Rodri. And again, another fantastic touch from Donnarumma to prevent Spain from going up 1-0.
Lost that 30 yards, Landon. Great save. That's 3 big saves already from Italy's goalkeeper, Chiesa. The break's on here. If they can get it right, Pellegrini keeps it alive. Barella. Get too much on it.
This was the earlier chance from Yamal. His touch inside was so good. And in the end, Calafiori just gets enough on it. As it pokes through to Morata. Donnarumma stays big, keeps his legs shut, makes the goal look really small there.
Here comes the next assault wave from the Spaniards. Three times winners of the European Championships. Coming coming off the back of failures at the 2014 and 2018 World Cup. Rodri. Gonna have to be something special to beat Donnarumma from out there. That was about 45 yards.
I'm not sure that would have beat me from out there. But if anyone can do it, it's that man. And coming off the year he had, why not?
He did get 8 goals in the Premier League, Rodri, best ever return. Fans playing their part as well. Terrific atmosphere in the old coal mining town of Gelsenkirchen in the Ruhr in the northwest of Germany. Morata again. Nico Williams. Ruiz. Here's the cross. Misunderstanding there between Calafiori and his goalkeeper. Looked like Donnarumma didn't give him a shout. Still could be something. Pedri this time. Another player who can tiptoe through a defence. Lamine Yamal. Brilliantly done. Carvajal. How about this? Rodri's effort is blocked. Super move again by Spain, and they've got it back again, high up. I'll tell you what, Italy are doing well to withstand this, because Spain have been pretty brilliant so far.
It's just typical of the Italians to deal with attack after attack, but this cutback from Carvajal is excellent. You can see how upset Rodri is after he hit it. He knows how big of a chance that was.
It's very much like the chance with which he got the winner, you might remember, for Manchester City in the Champions League final against Inter. So there's a few Inter players out there who remember that. So far, Italy have had just 2 touches in Spain's penalty area. But they still might have something to say about the result here.
It's almost like any other national team. You'd say, how long can they withstand this? But this is what Italy does. And then if and when they get a chance, they are absolutely lethal.
Aymeric Laporte, who's been having a pretty unhappy time of it in Saudi Arabia and has made that fact known quite publicly as well. He said, I spend 3 hours a day in traffic.
Sounds like LA.
Yeah. And 1 or 2 other cities I could mention as well. Jorginho, such a key player. Back at the last European Championships. Di Marco's cross. Easily dealt with. Fabian Ruiz. Again, Nico Williams up against Di Lorenzo. Morata. Good challenge from Di Lorenzo, who's a big hero in Napoli, part of their team that won the Serie A title.
This is just foolish from Morata. You don't need to foul there. You've got Di Lorenzo facing his own goal. Just let him have it, press the ball, win it back, and instead you relieve the pressure for Italy.
Lovely flick by Pellegrini, or he looked it anyway, but Lenormand got there first.
Boy, did he ever. Took no prisoners either.
Barella, that is, who's down as well. Painful one. I hope his 4 children aren't watching.
Jeez. This was just a crunching tackle.
Yeah, that is an unhappy landing. Key player, of course, Barella, much admired around, well, not not just Italy, but Europe as well. Lionel Messi in Argentina opening up the 2024 Copa America today, taking on Canada. That's tonight on FS1, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific time, to catch Messi and company, the World Cup winners.
Just trying to do the math at what time that's going to be for us. I am not missing that.
It's the middle of the night, basically.
Well, I know that. I'm just trying to figure out what hour.
Got another game tomorrow, Landon.
Yeah, that's a good point. You sound like my mom.
Yeah, watch it. Everybody else will.
Yeah.
You can sleep on the way to Leipzig.
There you go. I'll sleep when I'm dead, Ian.
Fortese's challenge on Cucurella, that's penalized by the officials. Cucurella picks up Fabian Ruiz. Cucurella's signing was ridiculed a little bit by Chelsea fans in his opening months at Stamford Bridge, but I think he's begun to win them round. He's now looking like the player he did at Brighton. £55 million was the deal. I think it weighed pretty heavily on him, that fee.
Well, he certainly looks it tonight. He's been flawless in every action tonight.
Donnarumma, so far the star for Italy. They've needed his saves. Just wonder whether there might be another phase in this game. Italy have got through that opening storm from Spain. Now, can they start to pose a few more problems of their own? It's Williams on poor old Fratesi, who's in the wars a little. Luciano Spalletti, I think he was going to take a sabbatical from managing, but then he got a phone call after Roberto Mancini kind of defected, saying, do you fancy the job? And he didn't take too much persuasion. I think it was a matter of pride for him to coach his country, which he does here. Once again, Nico Williams with another chance to run at the Italian defence. Lenormand, who's born in France but has taken Spanish citizenship. Fabian Ruiz. Great passing. Pedri had pulled into that gap. There's danger here. He couldn't pick up the run of his skipper, Alvaro Morata. But it was beautifully constructed to that point. Crosses charged down, but Spain are winning the ball back so quickly every time they lose it.
Yeah, their positioning has been excellent when they're attacking. Allows them to counter press quickly, win it back, and this is how you just continue to build pressure until Italy cracks.
If Italy cracks.
If.
That is a big if. Again, Williams, this time they have to take him out. Will that be a yellow card? What a talent he's looked here.
Yeah, and Di Lorenzo's going to have nightmares all night about Nico Williams. Every time he touches the ball and faces up, he creates a problem, and he's very lucky not to get booked there.
Astonishing he wasn't booked, I think, for that. Remember, 2 yellows and you're out. 1 game ban, and they don't get wiped out until after the quarterfinals. It's a factor all the coaches, well, all the players as well, have to bear in mind. It's really very wasteful to pick up silly yellows. So what can they cook up from this free kick? Fabian Ruiz couldn't keep that one down.
Well, it looked like they had set up. Lamine Yamal was over there as well. And when they played it to the top of the box, he then took off in behind the back line. And I think Fabian Ruiz just missed him. Didn't see him.
Our refereeing expert, Mark Klackenberg, by the way, agrees that should have been a yellow for Di Lorenzo. So he's got away with one there, but he deserves a break, really, having to face Williams all day. Pellegrini back again to Jorginho, who's an old head in there. They'll need all of that experience against this quality of opposition. Barella. Bit of a loose one, really. Now Lamine Yamal. He's played about 50 games, you know, for Barcelona this past season. I was working it out. He's only 16. He could be playing in the 2044 European Championships when he's 36. It's quite a thought, isn't it? Pedri latching onto this one. Williams again. It's brilliantly defended by Bastoni. Super work from him.
That was very, very well dealt with by Bastoni. Looked like Spain were in there. Their defending in the end got them out of trouble again.
It's the Pellegrini challenge. Spalletti, I think, has some thinking to do, doesn't he? I think he would have known this was a tough, tough game. And Spain are really taking the eye here, as Germany have, to be fair, so far in this competition. Not quite so much one or two others.
Yeah, you'd have to say those two so far look, like the two best teams. Still early, though.
Yeah, remember Spain at the World Cup won their first game 7-0 against Costa Rica, and we thought they'd destroy a few teams, but they went out to Morocco in the round of 16. Here is Bastoni. Stepped up now that it's not Bonucci and Chiellini back there anymore. Giorgio's in our studio. You can hear him at half-time. I'll be fascinated to hear him about the Italian defence and the problems they faced here. Rodri's gone for a little run down this left-hand side. Here he is. Yamal. Dani Carvajal, goal scorer as well in the Champions League final. He's on a hot streak at the moment. Cucurella. Seen it a million times before, though, at Taylor's oldest time. One team dominating the game, the other team go down the other end, steal a goal and change it all. But here's Pedri again. Morata crowded out, and then Ruiz, who can hit them. We've seen that already. And again Donnarumma. He's going to take some beating today, I think.
This was so good from Pedri in the middle as Carvajal headed it down. brought his momentum with him, stuck his foot in the ground, spun out, and then Spain weren't again. And that's not going to beat Donnarumma today, that's for sure.
Inside the last 5 minutes of what's been an absorbing first half, including some pulsating football played by Spain, but with nothing to show for it. Referee wants it taken from exactly the right place. Fair enough. The result of this game might well affect who tops this group. Free kick there. The Group B winner, this is Group B, will have a third placer to play in the next round. If you're second, you meet the runners-up in Group A. That looks like being Switzerland.
It's the challenge on Lenormand. I think he just runs it, yeah. Just ran into Di Marco there.
Sit down, SP team.
These defenders aren't used to getting hit, Ian. They don't like it.
Got to give a bit back. I'm sure you did at times.
I mean, I'm a little guy, but
you have to, don't you?
Throw it around a little, yeah.
That's what all strikers have told me. Just don't let people take liberties with you.
I mean, they get to do it all game. We can do it once in a while.
Is that the striker's dark art department?
Correct. You have to be clever.
Okay.
It was much easier before VAR.
Yeah, there's a whole book in that, I think. Great foraging by Cortesi, trying to make something happen. Lenormand is the player down.
I'd like at some point for the referee Slavko Vincic to show a yellow card. I know they need to be careful because 2 yellows and you're out of a game, but he's called a lot of little ticky-tack fouls like that. Interrupts the rhythm of the match. If you're going to call it, then give him a booking or else just let him play on.
I think they're trying to be a bit considerate to the players, aren't they? The referees, they know it's quite a low bar to go to a suspension.
Yeah, and I think they should
see the sense of that.
Yeah.
As long as there's consistency with that. Rodri. Here's Yamal again. Picks a great ball to Williams. Can see the idea. Looking to pick up Yamal again. Those two were photographed and on the front page of one of the Spanish papers saying that there were 2 Ferraris. Chiesa trying to do what his dad did back in Euro 1996.
And I know his mindset, haven't been in the game at all, barely touched the ball. I get an opportunity near the top of the box. I want to be aggressive and selfish, but it was really wasteful. He had a couple runners in the box and should have done better there.
He did score against this opposition at Wembley in that semi-final, Federico Chiesa. Since then, a long absence with an ACL injury. He's back from all that now.
Was that I think that was their first attempt in the game.
Play is going to be pulled straight back there for a moment. Chiesa thought he might be in.
And again, Ian, at some point, you're going to allow this to keep happening unless you book somebody.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is it'll progressively get worse and worse. And it looks like he is now. Or did Rodri? Oh, Rodri got the yellow card.
Well, that means he's out. He's out of the next game.
And Ian, I have a problem with this because I understand the new rules. UEFA wants to keep players away from the officials. But if that's where the yellow card is in this match, that's pretty silly. There's been a lot of tackles that have been worthy of a yellow card.
Just to clarify, Rodri will miss the final group game against Albania. But then, of course, he'll go back to being on no yellows. That actually might suit Spain a little bit to get it out of the way going forward.
I mean, depending on how this match goes, yeah.
Yeah. It might become quite vital. All will be revealed. Well, some really excellent football to enjoy in that first half, but no goals. Spain, such a big threat. Some wonderful saves by Gianluigi Donnarumma. He was the star of the half. Plenty of drama to come here in Gelsenkirchen, but at half-time, it is goalless between Spain and Italy.
The Euro 2024 halftime show on Fox is presented by IBM. Ian Landon, thank you very much for now. Jules Breach back with you for halftime, where it is goalless between Spain and Italy. Coming up, we'll bring you the highlights, the best chances from that first 45 minutes. Daniel's going to dissect Spain's more direct approach, and we'll also revisit the Group C draw between Denmark and England.
Things will go wrong for your customers, but your business can make it right with Watson X Assistant. AI that can help resolve problems by understanding your customer requests with 90% accuracy. Let's create customer service in service of customers with Watson X Assistant. IBM, let's create.
It's that time again. Champions League.
A long lunch break. This class is past fail.
Oh yeah, tight. No, I'm the man. Sensational. We brought our thoughts with us. It's the champion.
The Taco Bell Cravings Value Menu. 10 choices, each just $3 or less. Starring the cheesy double beef burrito. Double the seasoned beef, all the cheesiness, and so much craveable flavor. Get it on the Cravings Value Menu, only at Taco Bell.
Basketball is a very physical sport. There's so many times that I've got hit on the basketball court. Marks don't hold you back.
Movement leaves marks. Your anti-buzz spread shouldn't.
Degree Ultra Clear. Non-stop protection against white marks.
With fast and fair claims handling and 24/7 roadside service in the app, you get more with Geico. Just like I can give more constructive feedback to the referee with this two-way radio.
Ref, it's Jorge. That's a PK, over.
Ref, Roberto here.
It's a negative on the PK. Let's do a red card for 11.
What? At halftime now, please. Need a potty break.
That's a no-go on the halftime.
Play on.
However you fan, get more with Geico.
Ref, how about a timeout for Nacho Tots?
The show-stopping BMW i4 is electricity in its most powerful form. A perfect fusion of iconic handling and cutting-edge sophistication. An impressive range and the power of over 500 horses stampeding at a whisper. It's 100% electric and 100% BMW. BMW, the ultimate electric driving machine. Release the 2024 BMW i4 eDrive 35 for $449 per month.
Euro 2024 on Fox is sponsored by IBM. IBM, let's create.
Well, there have been huge crowds out in Gelsenkirchen for the latest chapter in a storied rivalry. Spain and Italy have met in the knockout stage of the last 4 Euros, and today they're facing off in Group B. It's goalless at the break after an eventful first 45 minutes. Giorgio Chiellini, Daniel Sturridge and Alexi Lalas watching along with us. Now, if there is a winner in this one, remember that team would secure a place in the knockout stage, but no goals yet. Let's take a look at some of the best chances in that first half.
Yeah, I mean, look, this left-hand side for Spain, a lot of joy from Nico Williams getting up and down. He puts this one in. Pedri has his shot saved here by Donnarumma. This was the anti-Spain, they're anti-Spain with all of the possession that they had. 60-40 possession, 9 opportunities to 1 versus Italy.
Yes, indeed, and you see the breakaway here. Obama, that's a good cross. Guys, he almost doesn't get the right connection on it. If he guides that in on target, it's a goal, but he didn't get the connection right, and Nico Williams puts it wide.
Again, the first minutes was a nightmare, continuous. We weren't able to go out from our midfield. Yeah, Fabian Ruiz, very good shot. Again, Donnarumma, St. Gigio, thanks.
Look at this one.
Yeah.
Great save, that is.
Yeah, he has made 4 saves in that first half. Spain were showcasing their new approach in the first 45 minutes, which takes us to the creative moment of the half, sponsored by IBM. Lamine Yamal, he's a player we talked about before the game. He's made them more direct, hasn't he?
Absolutely. Both wingers, both Lamine and Nico Williams, have given Spain a completely different dimension in terms of speed and skill and direct play on the wings. Typically, it's not like that. And you see Yamal, he picks the ball up in the angle, and he does a Messi-esque mazy run the way he's moving here. And then it goes to Morata, who manipulates it. Great save from Donnarumma. Giorgio was molto contento.
Very, very happy.
Sure, you know,
my feelings after the first half is I'm very, very happy because we are still 0-0, and thanks to Gigio Donnarumma, because of him, we are still tying this game. The game was completely opposite, or almost what we predicted, because they have completed the possession of the ball. They dominated Italy. We weren't able to find any solution in order to avoid this possession, and also they created a lot of chances. Nico Williams was unstoppable, and Di Lorenzo, that usually is a good defender, was not good enough to stop him. Said best things for Italy, we are still 0-0.
I thought that Nico Williams was the bright, shining spot for Spain out there on the left-hand side, better than Yamal on the other side. I thought this was a poorly officiated half. I agree with Landon Donovan. I mean, there should have been yellows much earlier. And to your point, seeing this, it's not regressive, but relative to what Spain was, this progressive type of Spain with all the passes, you know, they're back to trying to kill you with 1,000 passes here. It hasn't worked out in the first half, but all of the ball and all of the opportunities.
Yeah, the players weren't too happy with the referee. Worth pointing out as well, we heard Ian Dark say it in the commentary there, Rodri will miss the next game because he's picked up a second yellow card already in this tournament, so he'll miss the final match of the group stage for Spain, and that could be a big loss for them. Right, day 7 at the Euros, featuring rematches from both semi-finals 3 years ago. Denmark and England squared off in Frankfurt, and we'll bring you the highlights from that one next.
Truth is, my schedule's pretty jam-packed these days. I've got school Monday through Friday, jiu-jitsu on Thursdays, and library books I've got to get back by Friday. In my weekend, I've got 2. We know 3 birthday parties on Saturday, and Sunday, that's my me time. I am not willing to give that up.
How's that look?
Works for me.
Works for me.
I'm a rusty old boat hitch, and I am barely hanging on. And while we're still miles from the lake, I'm gonna launch this boat right here. See ya. Get Allstate. Save money on auto insurance and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
There's a lot resting on Bellingham's shoulders. Best players in the world.
Well, it's only the weight of the nation. Just like it's only expectations. It's only the next big thing. It's only making history. It's only the beginning.
Is that your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah,
crazy story. So this morning, I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking a test drive. When Dave's like, these cars are going fast, I knew I had to have that Rogue.
Now get a low $283 per month lease on Rogue.
Looking to bring life to your Wisconsin Dells getaway? Bring your family, bring your friends, bring an extra suit, and bring on the water parks. Summer in Wisconsin Dells. Bring it on. Go to wisdells.com and start planning your trip to the water park capital of the world today.
Dear Triathlon, let's splash through rushing rivers, take on iconic trails, and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't kick back and enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs.
Right now, you can lease a new 2024 Corolla Cross for $299 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
NASCAR is coming back to Chicago. The biggest names in music headline the stage, while the brightest stars in NASCAR chase the checkered flag. The Chicago Street Race Weekend. For tickets and experiences, visit NASCARChicago.com.
Is that your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah, crazy story. So this morning, I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking a test drive. When Dave's like, these cars are going fast, I knew I had to have that Rogue.
Now get a low $283 per month lease on Rogue.
The Euro 2024 halftime show on Fox is presented by IBM.
Day 7 at Euro 2024 got underway in Munich. Slovenia looked to be heading for 3 points, only for Luka Jovic to snatch a stoppage time equaliser for Serbia. The striker heading in a corner in the last seconds. That Group C match finished 1-1. England and Denmark also shared the points in a rematch of a memorable semi-final 3 years ago, with Harry Kane scoring first, but that sensational strike from Morten Kjellman prevented Gareth Southgate's men from securing a place in the knockouts. Coming up after the Euros, it's MLB at Rickwood Field, a tribute to the Negro Leagues. Derek Jeter, Alex Rodriguez, David Ortiz and Dontrell Willis on site for the Giants and Cardinals in Birmingham, Alabama at 5:30 Eastern. Fox Sports Summer of Stars also includes the Copa America, which gets underway tonight. Lionel Messi and Argentina beginning the defence of their crown against Canada. That is live on FS1. France's next Euros match is tomorrow against the Netherlands, and these were the scenes today as Mbappe trained wearing a mask with the colours of France's flag. Deschamps said that Mbappe will likely be available. That doesn't look that protective to me. Anyways, Italy are looking for a second straight Euros crown. They are scoreless at the break against Spain. The second 45 from Gelsenkirchen is coming up next.
Rated M for mature. Call of Duty Mobile. Play for free and get limited time rewards.
Get Euro ready with AliExpress.
Score more when you shop with AliExpress.
With fast and fair claims handling and 24/7 roadside service in the app, you get more with Geico. Just like I can give more constructive feedback to the referee with this two-way radio. Ref.
It's Jorge. That's a PK, over.
Ref, Roberto here.
What's the negative on the PK? Let's do a red card for 11.
What? At halftime now, please. Need a potty break.
That's a no-go on halftime.
Play on.
However you fan, get more with Geico.
Ref, how about a timeout for Nacho Tots?
And if you feel it,
Twisters, rated PG-13, in theaters July 19th.
This is Rickwood.
the oldest ballpark in the country, host to Hall of Famers and home to the Negro Leagues. And now, the Giants take on the Cardinals in a celebration over a century in the making. MLB at Rickwood Field, only on Fox.
For the second half, we're going to get there in just a moment, but this was one of the chances that we saw in the first half. Fabian Ruiz with the best, probably in the first 45 minutes, but still looking for a goal. Spain have faced the reigning champions at the Euros on 3 occasions and won every time. Let's see if we get a goal in this second half. Here's Landon Donovan and Ian Dark.
Yeah, thanks very much indeed. Couple of changes being made by Italy. Andrea Cambiasso, who was playing in the 4th tier 6 years ago, plays here in the European Championships, and Brian Cristante, the versatile midfield player from Roma, introduced as well. Off Jorginho, a bit surprisingly, and Fratesi.
Yeah, very surprised by Jorginho. Wondering if there was injury concern there.
That might be the explanation. We'll find out maybe a little bit later on from Luciano Spalletti at his press conference. And how about that? Cristante is booked within seconds of entering the fray. I don't think he touched the ball before this. 2 number 16s together, him on Rodri, in the book.
Yeah, there's 2 interesting dynamics that could have been there. The officials could have come together and said, you know what, we let too many get away there. And Rodri looks like he's in a bit of pain here. And the other is that man, Spalletti, might have said, hey, somebody get into some of these guys and quit letting them walk through us. Or maybe both.
Well, maybe Cristante just took that message a little too far.
Too literally.
That might be some kind of record to pick up a booking that quickly after coming on. We'll check that for a later time. But Rodri, who's already going to miss the next match anyway through suspension, in a bit of bother here. And he's a player they definitely do not want to lose. The player that Pep Guardiola says he has everything. Quality, mentality, top footballer.
Looks like knee into his quad, and if that's the case, that's one of those you wake up tomorrow and it's 10 times worse. It takes a while until that's going to feel better.
You're speaking from experience, I think, there, Landon. You were wincing as you said it. So that's not the best start for Cristante. Looks like Rodri is going to soldier on. Tremendous player who's gone 50-odd Premier League games without losing for Manchester City. When he was suspended, they did lose a couple.
It's incredible.
I'm sure it was coincidental, but it's what happened.
No, I don't think it was coincidental.
Yeah, probably not. So Lamine Yamal, after the delay. Can Spain be as good again? Picked up by Fabian Ruiz. Rodri looks okay, doesn't he?
Well, on that pass he did, but I was just watching him move before that. He is struggling. I wouldn't be too surprised if they decide to make a move, especially with him being out the next match. Not put too much pressure on it.
I'm sure Spain want to clinch their qualification for the next stage right here today and make a bit of a statement to Lamine Yamal to try to feed it into Pedri. Carvajal trying to fizz one in, and off DiMarco, who's not been able to get forward very often. This time he's taken a bit of a painful blow to the head, and the referee will have to stop the game for this. Staggers back to his feet. The greengrocer's son who grew up very near the Duomo in Milan.
Zonal marking from Italy here too. Free run for a couple of Spanish players.
Curling in. Lenormand nearly got something on that on the near post. Not quite. Italy again. Getting it away. Pedri with a fantastic ball. And that will be Donnarumma's. Oh, it's a very bad ball from Cambiasso, who's just come on. Not a great start for the two subs. Could have been costly, that. Fabian Ruiz. Away by Calafiore, who's only winning his 5th cap here. Calafiore 4th, I beg your pardon. Bologna, his team, had a great season. They're going to be in the Champions League next year as a result of that. Just to mop up on that Cristante booking, the fastest in the finals since 1980. 20 seconds after coming on. Here's Pedri turning inside. He nearly got away from Calafiore. Yamal, already the youngest player ever to play at the Euros. He could become the youngest scorer before we get too much further. Scamacca looking to pick up Chiesa.
That was excellent from Scamacca to turn there, but Lenormand and Laporte need to be tighter. There's no excuse for letting him get to the ball first, 1, and 2, turning.
Lamine Yamal again. I think he has to bring his schoolwork when he comes and plays in a tournament like this. Cut back. Oh, and Spain again can't finish it off. Cucurella cut the ball back. Pedri was there.
And Morata makes this chance happen, Ian. Watch him run across the near post, freezes everyone, leaves Pedri free. And he will want that back. Just came off the bottom of his foot. A few centimeters from hitting where he wanted to, and he steered it wide.
Well, that's all a little bit tight, but Italy haven't got away with it either. Fabian Ruiz. This time, Williams to Rodri. Laporte. Spain have got a real swagger and belief about them. Cambiasso again, can't get it clear, not really. Been good with the ball, and perhaps even better without it. Spain here. Pedri! Donnarumma right behind that one as well.
The next chance for Pedri here. Strikes it well. Unfortunately for him, it's right at Donnarumma. Cushions it well. And gets a hold of it.
Donnarumma, who's had his critics in the past, but he's winning his 64th cap tonight as Scamacca chases this one. And it's a rare piece of work for Unai Simon, the Spanish goalkeeper. Team USA in action in the Copa America on Sunday. Don't miss that. They play Bolivia first up. Coverage starting at 5 o'clock Eastern on Fox. Cucurella. Nico Williams. A display of old-fashioned wing play from him today. Dani Carvajal joining the attack. Lamine Yamal, no, Barella was there, still can't get out. They've got it back again in double quick time. Williams again going through the box of tricks, deflected and an own goal! Puts Spain ahead of Calafiore! That's the breakthrough! And it's been coming.
It has been coming in, and it's the breakthrough they deserve. Cucurella again makes a run in beyond the Italian back line, which allows Nico Williams some space. And Morata, just the slightest of touches. Donnarumma with a hand on it. And unfortunately for Calafiore, he will become the next player in this tournament to score the dreaded own goal. But it's absolutely what Spain have deserved. 1-0 to the Spanish.
Believe it or not, that is the 5th own goal already at these European Championships, which I have to say is a bit freakish.
Well, he's a very good player on goal, Ian. Never missed a chance, has he?
What's his first name?
Good question. Don't miss.
It's Brian, own goal. Here's Lamine Yamal again. It's a super show. This Pedri's in there. He may score here. No. Donnarumma so quickly out. Sometimes it's a game of fractions of an inch, and if Donnarumma hadn't got the fingertip to the ball, I think it would have just passed across the goal. He did, and he knocked it into the knee of Calafiore.
And for young players watching, Ian, that's why you hit the ball hard across the goal mouth. Good things happen. That's what Nico Williams did. Didn't have to be the perfect play. Just put them under pressure. Donnarumma has no idea what's around and behind him there. He just has to make the play. And it leads to the goal.
Spain have only lost once in 24 attempts when they've got the first goal at European Championships over the years. And Italy have only won 2 out of 12 times when they've conceded first. Which only underlines the old point. The first goal's very important in top football. Usually. Can Italy stage some sort of comeback? They've really been under the cosh in this game.
Well, the question is, will they continue to do this, which is press even higher and allow Spain to get out like this? And that could cause them big problems.
Morata fancies it, got hold of it. Donnarumma just checks that he got enough on that for it to go behind. He did.
Well, the dynamics of the match have changed with the Spain goal. Now Italy forced to come after them. And Spain love that. They welcome it. They're good enough to break pressure at any moment. And they walk through the Italian defense there. Morata gets the next chance.
And absolutely no sign of Spain altering their approach, having got a goal ahead. Williams to play it deep and hooked away off the line by Cambiasso. And that's Chiesa just holding back Fabian Ruiz. I don't think the referee is going to do anything more about that, not in that position.
Here's the header. Really well done by Cambiasso to just slide back onto the post there.
It was Norma, I think, who got something on it, the central defender. He took a blow to the head doing it. I think one really important thing we're seeing here is that Spain will have the benefit of a fully fit Pedri. Haven't had that kind of luxury for some time. Barcelona or Spain. But he's been a big factor here. DiMarco with the header forward. Carvajal looking to complete a treble this summer of La Liga, Champions League and European Championships. I think at the World Cup, I'm right in saying there wasn't a Real Madrid player in the squad, which is absolutely incredible. Here he is again, Lamine Yamal. Gets it back again. Looking to Ben. Oh! Nearly a history-making goal. And what does he do? Look at that, like any teenager, exuberantly conducts the orchestra of fans behind that goal. Whoa!
Well, I didn't need to see the replay and to realize how close this was. 4 or 5 of the Spanish players put their hands on their head, and they knew that was inches from making it 2-0.
He did score 7 goals for Barcelona this season. Set up plenty more as well. Here he is again. Is he a future Ballon d'Or winner? Maybe, somewhere down the line. What a talent. I think we could be spoilt, Landon, at these championships for young players. And the way Jamal Musiala is playing for Germany as well, and maybe Florian Wirtz as well to a slightly lesser extent. Others too.
Yeah, Jude Bellingham.
Yeah. Bastoni got there just in time. Cambiasso helps it on again. Italy here. Looking to see if they can break with Pellegrini. Cristante. Got a few white shirts forward here. Chiesa looking to just knock that into space in behind, but Pedri was there to break up the attack.
So here's the challenge there for Italy, and they get a chance to break out 3v3 or 4v4. And they need 2 things. They need a goal, but they also need to just have the ball for a while so they can rest. In the end, they turn it over in their desire to go get the goal, and now they got to defend again, and this is just starting to wear them down.
It's tiring, isn't it, playing without the ball, chasing shadows almost literally. Olays from the Spanish fans away to our left as their team knock the ball around with some confidence. But Italy do have 3 points in the bag. They've got Albania in the final game. They'd be big favourites to collect the kind of points they want, you'd think, from that game, and to make sure they're going to progress. But if they do lose this, they need something from it. You can't rely on 3 points.
Scamacca just stepping on Pedri there. Inadvertent.
Got to say about Luciano Spalletti, that Napoli team he produced a couple of seasons back was fantastic to watch. 2 more changes coming up here. The tricky winger Mattia Zaccagni from Lazio to replace Chiesa here. And the Argentine-born striker Matteo Retegui of Genoa. Scamacca. No return for him today. Not too much service either, the way the game has gone. 4 goals in 9 games so far for Retegui when he's been used. So seeing if he might just be able to come up with something should they fashion a chance from somewhere. if it would have been Pellegrini who'd just run in behind there. Clever player, Pellegrini. Well, it's a game, isn't it? Fit for the knockout stages, this in quality. But I think Spain are firing out quite a warning, aren't they, around these European Championships?
You like Germany, they've shown that a lot of quality. And I think those two, as I said earlier, have been the best two teams so far.
They did win the Nations League last season, beating Croatia in the final. Now, Morata running on and on. Easily picked up again, though, by the very impressive Cucurella. It's had a fine game, but you could probably say that about just about everyone out there wearing red. Fabian Ruiz. Rodri, that's a collector's item, a bad pass from him. And just an opportunity. Cristante, across the face of goal. Pellegrini wouldn't quite run for him. Just a bit too much juice on the ball. Calafiori. Back to Bastoni. And then Di Lorenzo. Calafiori again. Pulling into space was Pellegrini. Better from Italy. Can they get on the ball a little more and start asking some serious questions? Chance of Italia from the Tifosi. Trying to lift their team. This is as long as they've had the ball in the game, I think, Landon.
Yeah, and they needed it. They needed it after the first 15 or so minutes of the second half were all Spain. But then they carelessly give it away there.
Change coming up soon for Spain. They're going to bring on Alex Baena. He was the top of the assists league in La Liga this past season, 14 in all for Villarreal. Exciting youngster. We've seen a few already today. Here's one of them, Pedri. And here's another, Nico Williams. Velvet touch for the control. Cambiasso coming back to help out.
This whole sequence was so good from Nico Williams. He took off and then came back to get it in the midfield to keep possession. And then sprinted behind. And
he looks a bit tired.
Yeah, he does. Here's that last chance. Retegui was the recipient of that turnover. And it would have been the most Italian thing to do, to sneak a goal there after being second best for so long.
All the time it's only one, the margin. They're living hope here. Di Marco trying to make progress. He hasn't been able to make those trademark runs. We're going to get a yellow card here, yeah. Sacchiani sent flying on his introduction. Welcome to the game, Lenormand in the book.
Left his leg in late and absolutely worthy of a yellow card.
The Italian fans are gathered behind the goal that they're attacking. It's a massive blue here in Gelsenkirchen behind that goal. Italian flags everywhere. Can they just find a way back into this. Balella. Mr. Cambiasso. Without the heroics of Donnarumma, this game would be settled by now. As it is, Italy just starting to have a better spell. Di Marco tries to cross again. Cristante, Di Marco. Flag's gone up. Here, referee, I don't think has seen that, says play on. Nicely worked by Spain. Marco Correa. Nico Williams. Looking to bend one. Oh! Angle of post and bar. Brilliant.
Well, literally pressed on one end. Spain break the pressure. Cucurella again, just making the run to freeze the Italian defense. Allows Nico Williams to come inside. Donnarumma well beaten. Only saved by the crossbar.
Wow, what an effort that was from Nico Williams. Electric he's been today. Ferran Torres there, one of the jokers in the pack, I'm told, in the Spanish camp to replace Lamine Yamal and Alex Baena as well. Showed up pretty well in one or two of the warm-up appearances. Sensational, really, those two, the Ferraris, as they were called in one of the Spanish newspapers this morning. The Ferraris taking on Italy. And, yeah, nobody's arguing with that description.
No.
Up top by Cambiasso. Cristante. Battling hard here, Italy, trying to find a foothold.
Well, they've been a little bit better in the last few minutes, and now can they create one or two big chances and give themselves a chance to get back in this game?
Inside by Di Marco, a lot of Inter players around the squad, and no wonder they were the dominant force and won the Scudetto in Italy this past season. Calafiore. Pellegrini as the free kick in a semi-dangerous position just outside the box.
Yeah, Lenormand late again. He's just got to be careful now. He's already on a booking.
Yeah, that would change it if Spain were reduced to 10. And he's walking the edge a bit, having just got a yellow.
This is always a tricky situation, this position to be in as an attacking player. Everybody thinks they can score from here. Percentage-wise, the higher percentage plays to clip it in the box and put the Spanish back line on their toes. Or on their heels, sorry, and Pellegrini lined up over it. Looks like he's eyeing the goal directly.
Lorenzo Pellegrini, who sadly for him had to pull out of the last Euros on the very eve of the tournament with an injury. And he seems to be organising this. It's a right-footer's kind of angle, isn't it?
Definitely. Now Di Marco back over, so that at least keeps the Spanish defense honest.
It is Pellegrini, and it's not really a threat that to Simon's goal. He's disappointed in it.
Yeah, this is left wanting, and leaning back, his technique was poor. Always going to go over the net, and a wasted opportunity for the Italians there.
Spain heading for qualification for the knockout rounds already today, if they hold on to this one-goal lead, or even add to it, of course. Lionel Messi in Argentina opening up the Copa America against Canada later on, coming up on Fox Sports 1 at 7 o'clock Eastern. That's 4 o'clock Pacific time, of course. Laporte to spread the play. Confident this from Spain. Only one defeat in qualification. Rather surprisingly, they got beaten 2-0 at Hampden Park by Scotland. The Scots much improved last night, getting a point in their game. Calafiore. An own goal doing the trick from Calafiore so far for Spain. They could have had others. Their last 54 goals at the Euros, I'm told, have been scored from inside the penalty area. It's amazing what the statisticians dig up, isn't it?
That is pretty remarkable, though.
It is, actually, and we've seen a lot of long-range goals at these championships. And I'm happy to tell you, too, we've now had 48 games without there being a goalless draw in the history of the European Championships, going back to England 0, Scotland 0 at Wembley last time. And here is Williams attacking that ball and getting it. Fabian Ruiz. Cucurella for Spain. The pressure's off, really, for the Spaniards. They'd love the cushion of a second. Lenormand. Danny Carvajal. Across the face of goal, and Morata couldn't quite get there and fouled his opponent in trying to get on the end of that one.
And defending here by Di Lorenzo. Absolutely top-notch. Gets inside Morata. Uses his body to shield him. Morata nearly got there, but really good from Di Lorenzo.
Two more Spanish changes coming up here. They're going to see Mikel Oyarzabal, another Real Sociedad player, in fact a huge hero in San Sebastian. And off comes Nico Williams as well, after a stellar display from him. Real heat and electricity about the way he played here.
Well, I don't think anyone would argue that he's been the best player on the field tonight. Absolutely shown his worth, and as we talked about early on, Ian, they're just a different type of team with he and Yamal on the field. Much more direct, much more vertical, and can hurt you individually.
Yeah, big style makeover by Spain. It's a bit like hearing that an opera star has suddenly turned into Taylor Swift. Something completely different, put it that way.
I'm surprised you know who Taylor Swift is.
No. How could I fail? Italy still dreaming of an equalizer. A late smash and grab, maybe. DiMarco goes quite a long way. It was Di Lorenzo arriving. He couldn't quite reach it, the Napoli man. Cucurella. It's a really good ball. Torres. Alvarez's goal return for Spain is really good. 19 goals in 42 internationals. I remember him getting a hat-trick in a 6-0 thrashing of Germany a few seasons ago. Good man to have in reserve. He had his critics, Luis de la Fuente, when he first took over. The fans weren't totally convinced. I think watching this, they'll be drooling, really, at how well Spain are playing.
Yeah, Yamal and Nico Williams do change the dynamic, but you can tell they're very well coached. Their movement, particularly when they have the ball, Ian, causes so many problems for the opposition.
Here come Spain again. Jose Perez, who's just come on as well as a substitute. Former Newcastle United and Leicester City player in England. He's coming off a really good season in Spain.
Yeah, and I think Di Lorenzo will be really happy that Nico Williams went off the field. He's had a much better time since he's been off the field. Another good defensive play there.
Alex Baena. Torres towards the far post. Apart from the odd interlude, it's been nearly all Spain here today. Laporte stretching, unable to direct it goalwards. It's another change. You might notice there's quite a few of them in the second half, ever since we've had the 5 subs rule. Off comes Lorenzo Pellegrini and Giacomo Raspadori of Napoli to come in. Says his first memory as a child was Italy's 2006 World Cup win. Bastoni. Italy are running out of time a little bit. There might be one chance left in this for them. Cani's gone out to that left wing to see if he can cause some trouble. Just his 6th cap, the Lazio player. Forward by Bastoni. Cambiasso. Couldn't keep control of it. And Jose Perez, 11 goals for Real Betis this last season for him. Surprise name on the squad, and he intends to make full use of it. Substitution, Danny Vivian of Athletic Club. He won the Copa del Rey this year, famously for the club. They love that competition. Defender. Maybe to deal with a few crosses that Italy might sling in. Calafiore. Well, he thought he won the ball. But Italy are going to get the free kick behind that.
Seemed a little harsh, and yeah, I think the replay confirms that. But nevertheless, a chance for Italy. But good from Calafiore for driving into the midfield, winning the foul.
Biasso to Bastoni. Spreads the play to DiMarco. Now, can he get in one of his great crosses? Not this time. Came off Danny Carvajal. Clock ticks round to the 85th minute. Plus, there'll be a fair bit of stoppage time. There normally always is. Bouncing around across the face of goal, and Italy get a corner. Spain just starting to live a little more on their nerves. It's late. They've got only a 1-goal lead to protect.
Italy have been better, and they're also a little more desperate now, piling on the pressure. Big moment here.
Well, it's the usual barging match going on around the penalty area. Referee wanting a word, more than a word by the look of it.
Is he going to get a yellow for talking to the ref?
Well, I don't think he approached. I mean, it looked like the referee approached the players to make his point, didn't it?
Looks like he's going to talk to everyone here.
Well, I'm never quite sure of this, to be honest with you. The players know what the laws of the game are, so they don't remind the players of the laws before a free kick or anything else going on in the game.
That's right.
So just give it if there's an offence. Here comes the ball in there, flicked on the near post and grabbed gratefully by Unai Simon.
Just a little glazing touch from Cristante, but easy in the end for Unai Simon.
Not quite enough from Cristante. Player who was booked, made a bit of European Championship history within 20 seconds of coming on the pitch at half-time. Jose Perez dispossessed. Just a slightly different feel to the closing stages, with Italy throwing more men forward and Spain seeing less of the ball.
We're also pressing more aggressively, taking some chances. It makes you ask the question, why didn't you do this earlier? Why haven't you played this way? And obviously this game state matters, but I think Italy let themselves down a little bit tonight by not being more aggressive.
Bit of a loose ball. Yeah, but nothing they could do with it down that left-hand side. Maybe this time. Bouncing around dangerously, Cucurella to get it away. Back by Barea. Italy would do cartwheels if they could rescue a point from this. Fury turning up on the left wing. And there's a heavy touch, and it's going to lead to a Spain free kick. Cristante, and that has taken the pressure off, maybe crucially. Oyarzábal sent flying. Was the Cristante touch on the near post. Remember the bad news for Spain today, Rodri picking up a second yellow, which means he misses the final group game against Albania. But I don't think it's much going to matter, because Spain are going to move on to 6 points. They are already going to be in the knockout stages unless something happens here for Italy late, very late. Retegui saying that he's not to blame for that challenge on Carvajal as it all gets a little feisty.
He left his leg in here. You see the foul. As Carvajal comes to get the ball, There's nothing there. There's been a lot of that tonight, Ian, disappointingly. Just rolling around, begging for calls on both sides.
That's pure play acting by Danny Carvajal. He's better than that. Much better.
I agree.
Wasn't touched. In perfect working order to win that header. Too far for Rodri. Barella just got an important little touch in. Italy living in hope. Retegui just keeping it alive. Can they get a cross in? They might do a bit of damage. No, that won't be one that does it. Simon will just let that float behind.
Yeah.
4 minutes of added time, Landon.
Yeah, I just keep asking myself, how exactly are Italy going to score? They haven't had a pattern that's allowed them to create big chances. It's been the odd loose ball or giveaway by Spain, but nothing consistent to create and make chances.
Baena to lay it forward. Torres to play it back. Bastoni to get it away. Yeah, that's going to be Italy's big problem. It was before the tournament who was going to get the goals. Jose Perez. Good save in the end on the near post by Donnarumma, who's been easily Italy's best player. Without him, he might have been a few more. Cucurella stopped by Cambiasso. Just a free kick.
A little bit of a Megan clinic in the last minute for Spain. First Jose Perez and now Cucurella. There it is. He tried to catch Donnarumma at his near post. In the form he's on tonight, that's not going to beat him. Another good save from the Italian goalkeeper.
Spain on their way to winning what is this 41st clash between these two teams. And Jose Perez has got a chance here. And again, another save by the outstanding Donnarumma. What a game he's had. Spain must be thinking, how is it only one? But one is going to be good enough for the 3 points to make sure they advance with a game to spare.
When we get a look back at that, Jose Perez had Ferran Torres crashing at the far post, wide open. Never saw him. That should have been an easy 2-0 tap-in.
Forward by Barella. Cristantes kept it alive. Cucurella. Another great game for him. Keeping Gramao out of the team, the Bayer Leverkusen player. Spain might take a bit of stopping, Landon.
Yeah, in this form, absolutely. And very impressed with Jose Perez as he's come in. We all know Ferran Torres. Lots of options off the bench. Here's that last chance. See if we get a good enough angle. But as you look up, Ferran Torres was walking in wide open. If he rolls it across, it's 2-0, game over.
I think he saw his name up in lights, didn't he?
Yeah. Happens to all of us.
In comes Mikel Merino, another Real Sociedad player. Had a little spell, I remember, in England at Newcastle United. He's the player that has the nickname The Count in San Sebastian. The strolling midfield maestro, Merino, and severe cramp for Fabian Ruiz, who took the eye again today.
Yeah, another really good performance. That midfield, I think, as good as it gets in this tournament so far.
Merino has just come on, by the way, as a make-believe Grand Prix circuit at home to practice his driving. He only needs to go on the autobahns here to do that, doesn't he? They do drive quite fast here.
You don't like it much, I can tell.
Nor do you.
I don't mind it. I take it back. I don't like it.
I'll remind you of that tomorrow. Now then, Cambiasso for Italy. Can they strike late here? Hammered out of harm's way. Baena to help it on. Uefa can make no progress, maybe crucially, and that sets up maybe one last opportunity. Retegui drifts it towards the far post, across the face of goal, and Spain having to live a bit dangerously late on. Laporte was there to head it away. There'll be another corner kick. There's a yellow card for, I think, Carvajal.
That was better from Italy. Some clear ideas of how they're going to create a chance, and should be the last kick of the game here as Donnarumma comes forward as well.
This is it. This is the game right here for Italy, right in front of their fans at that end of the ground. Donnarumma, what a story after all those saves. He headed an equaliser as well. Stranger things have happened, but not very many. Cambiasso to take it. But not before the referee delivers a lecture to Lenormand, who's already been booked. Spain defend it well, but Cambiasso's got another opportunity to get across him, which he has, towards the back post. Forward by Calafiore and behind, and I think that might be that. The referee does blow for full time amid the chaos. Spain are through. They're into the last 16. Brilliant at times today. They might have had more than the one goal arrived via an own goal by Riccardo Calafiore. Star of the show was Gianluigi Donnarumma. Sensational in goal for Italy, but they've lost here and still have points to gain. Spain 1, Italy 0 in Gelsenkirchen.
Ian Landon, thank you very much. An entertaining match. Spain with a deserved 3 points. So they have officially booked a place in the knockouts of the Euros, beating Italy by 1-0. Giorgio, what's your reaction to that result?
I expect a little bit better performance. I'm okay with the result. I think lose by just 1 goal is not so bad. Obviously, I prefer to higher win, but they were much better than us, and we have to thanks to Donnarumma if you lose just by 1.
Yeah, outstanding performance from the Italy goalkeeper, wasn't it, Daniel? 8 saves he made in that game. That is the joint most at this Euro so far.
Credit to the goalkeeper, yeah, but we've got to talk about Spain. They won the match, you know, so we have to give them the full credit they deserve. They were amazing today.
How good was he?
Oh yeah, Nico Williams, fantastic, yeah, top player. And, I think he showed people how talented he is today, for sure. Great performance.
He attempted 11 dribbles in the match, Alexi.
Yeah, I mean, as much as we talk about the other side with 16-year-old Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams, I think, is the class when it comes to that width. And every single time he got the ball, the first thing he looked to was to get by his defender. And he caused a lot of problems, and he will continue to cause problems. And Spain they ground down Italy. And even when Italy had a little bit of the opportunity at the end of the game, ultimately this was Spain from start to finish, kind of a retro Spain in terms of the possession and the passing that they used to ultimately win this game.
Euro 2024 today on Fox is presented by Intuit QuickBooks. Let's take a look at what that result for Spain means in Group B, the toughest group. It's regarded as the toughest in the tournament, and Spain are top on 6 points. They joined Germany as the only other team so far to secure a place in the knockout stage. Italy in second on 3 points. This is the moment of the match, sponsored by T-Mobile. Spain's breakthrough coming courtesy of an own goal, Alexi.
Yeah, I mean, it's an own goal, but ultimately it's the build-up. And we talked so much about Nico Williams out there on that left-hand side, continuing to force the issue in and out. He's so quick. He's got wonderful feet. This one, he just puts it in a dangerous area, and Morata gets a head on it here. And ultimately, Donnarumma, who, to your point, was the best player on the field, couldn't get his full hand on it, and ultimately it's an own goal. They don't ask how. They just asked that it goes in the back of the net. So this ended up being the goal, but ultimately it was a masterful performance from Spain.
And both Group C matches today ended as draws. Coming up, we'll bring you highlights from a dramatic finish in Munich and also a tight draw in Frankfurt as well. Plus, more reaction to Spain's win over Italy, the Spanish making a massive statement about their title credentials.
Design a training program.
Guys, let's do some trivia.
Oh, yes, let's do
I'm gonna win.
How should I plant this if my garden doesn't receive direct sunlight?
I was right. Next question.
It starts with an empty prompt. And the most advanced AI at your fingertips.
This is for you.
For you.
For you.
For you. This is also for you.
For you?
I was waiting for you.
What's going on?
If I could just show you. There's 2 of you.
Yes.
Yes, we need you.
Away we go!
That's totally classic.
One of my personal favorites.
We have everything.
This is for you.
With fast and fair claims handling and 24/7 roadside service in the app, you get more with Geico. Just like I can give more constructive feedback to the referee with this two-way radio. Ref.
It's Jorge. That's a PK, over. Ref, Roberto here. It's a negative on the PK. Let's do a red card for 11. What? At halftime now, please. Need a potty break. That's a no-go on halftime.
Play on.
However you fan, get more with Geico.
Ref, how about a timeout for Nacho Tots?
Is that your new Nissan Sentra?
Yeah, crazy story. So this morning, I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking a test drive. When Dave's like, these cars are going fast, I knew I had to have that Sentra.
Now get a low $214 per month lease on Sentra.
Your new Nissan Sentra?
Yeah, crazy story. So this morning, I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking a test drive. When Dave's like, these cars are going fast, I knew I had to have that Sentra.
Now get a low $214 per month lease on Sentra.
Euro 2024 on Fox is sponsored by Geico. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Spain fans with reason to celebrate after the latest battle against Italy. They got their revenge against the side that knocked them out in the semi-finals 3 years ago. They beat Italy by 1-0. Giorgio Chiellini, Daniel Sturridge and Alexi Lalas watching on. Spain and Italy have combined to win 5 European trophies, so there was a lot of anticipation as we built up to this one. Did it live up to the expectation?
I think yes. Yeah, this guy did too. Nico Williams out wide, putting balls in all sorts of dangerous areas. Pedri has his header saved off by Donnarumma, who had just a phenomenal day. He was saving everything.
You see Kind of borders a little ricochet. Rodri gets it under control, plays it to Fabian Ruiz, who says, you know what, let me just take a shot from far. And Donnarumma, with an absolutely world-class save, tips it over the bar.
Different half, second half, but the same music. Nico Williams, unstoppable tonight. Yeah, dribbles Di Lorenzo, that touch by Morata, yeah, was a key. Saves Donnarumma, and Calafiori has a really unlucky goal. Unfortunately, yeah, it's the only way to beat Donnarumma tonight.
That little flick from Morata was the difference.
Speaking of Morata, he's going to get this ball in the middle, and he's going to look up and say, you know what? I'm just going to have a go here. And this is from way downtown.
From downtown.
Donnarumma says, I got this one. Not a problem. Right at him. He's so big. Suing corner. Into the box. All right. Donnarumma needs a little help every once in a while from his defenders. He gets a little help here.
It's only right.
Yep.
It's only
I
right.
think it was another goal.
Oh, of course. Come on. That was going to spin in.
The last one here, the ability to get yourself through there. And Ayoze Perez tries to whip it near post. Keeper gets down. Good save.
Again, Perez, good pass from Fabian Ruiz. Unfortunately, it's not the day of Di Lorenzo, but Donnarumma again. Yeah, if you concede just one goal, it's because of him. He's outstanding. He's the only one that we could compare to Nico Williams tonight. And yeah, it was beaten just by Calafiori. That's an own goal. Italy has still a good opportunity to pass the group. It's because of him. Our captain is our best player overall now, and he showed what he's able to do.
But no panic from him.
No, no panic. I expected. I was okay with losing today, and 1-0 is still a good result. So if you want to be very lucid and think about the worst situation, worst case is losing against Croatia, with 3 points and maybe a goal differential just minus one, you could advance maybe. But I hope that with a draw, we are second and we will face Switzerland. It's not a bad result, and it's something that we could go forward in the tournament.
Yeah.
We have to give Spain credit.
Yeah, absolutely.
6 points, absolutely magnificent performances. Nico Williams today, we've got to talk about this guy. He was special, how he did his thing. Lamine Yamal. Rodri got a yellow card, so now he's banned for the next game, but it was a smart yellow too. As we know, Jojo, very smart thing, but Nico Williams, look at this, delicate touches, the dynamism in his game, dribbling past people, going left and right, crosses in the box. He was absolutely sensational today. He's been a revelation so far for Spain, and look, the future's bright. They've started well, they've surprised, I think, a lot of people in how they've gone about themselves. We talked about a group of death before, and, you know, so far, it's been really not easy, but...
You know what's the problem for Spain? They continue to release new talent. And Gavi was young, and Pedri was young. Yeah. And now we're talking about Nico Williams and Yamal. They're full of talent.
What are they doing over there? I don't know.
I don't know.
They're through to the knockout stages already. The second nation to book their place there, Alexi. And you've got a feeling when you look at that attack, they're going to terrorise defences as they keep going.
They are, and I think they're going to get better. And I think we're going to ultimately come to a middle ground when it comes to this team. You know, the first game, we talked about the fact that they conceded possession and, you know, less than 50% possession, and how abnormal that is for a Spain team. But for this particular Spain team, that's kind of what they do. And then they show up here, and to be fair, against Italy, this was kind of what was on offer. All sorts of traditional type of passing and passing and passing, and not monotonous, but it's mesmerizing at times, and almost like I said, that retro type of Spain that we saw. Ultimately, I think this team has the best of both worlds. They can be that old school Spain, but they certainly can be the new school Spain. And to your point, with some of these young players, that's leading them into the future.
Let me ask you two gentlemen a question. Both defenders, right? How do you deal with Yamal and with Nico Williams? How would you deal with them, with that front three?
Probably try to have a fullback a little bit wider and to don't concede him a lot of balls in which you can face up and try to dribble. They risk a little bit more in the center, but you could face Morata 2 against 1. And that's give pressure on them.